What is going on, everyone? So I am about to try a Rookery plus 14, and albeit this isn't quite on the list of what I still need to improve from a 12, a 14 Rookery would be nice to get ticked off. And I am doing it with pugs, but I have sort of gone for the whole 3k minimum rating. So let's see who we get and if this is going to go well or not. Alright, so that is everyone good to go, and here we go. Can I get this 14 actually ticked off? Now, one thing I need to remember to do is pop good old incantation just before we hit that one. Boom, and in. That way it refreshes. As you can see, I've got it back up, good to go, but I've got 23 seconds of it. So, always good. And then switch back to bear form. That's a nice 25% rage straight off the bat. I'm actually going to make it easier for myself to get healed. Pop everything I can. And all I'm going to do is focus on building up my rage. I have actually macroed my rage quite well. So, I've got incantation coming back up now. So basically every time I pop my Ironfur, I'm able to get 2 stacks instead of just 1. That's what the macro is. So it's pretty decent. Yes, you do sacrifice being able to cast certain things, but it's still good. It's still good. So that's pretty clean. Not too happy with my damage really there. 3.43 million. Normally do a bit more, but my main focus, especially in a 14, is just survival. So keeping it nice and chilled out. Do have to obviously do some pretty big pulls, so to speak. It is focusing on building up the rage, getting the Ironfur. I need to remember as well, in this new spec that I'm using, obviously I've got the old Rage of the Sleeper, so yeah, I do kind of need to use that a little bit more. Pop that so we can get a little bit more healing. There we go. Building up the Ironfur. Gotta dodge that frontal because that's sad times if that goes off. You get hit by it. I am no Guardian Pro, by the way. I'm not, I'm not trying to pretend to be. I've only been playing Guardian for like 6 weeks, 7 weeks now. So far, I managed to hit 3k. 2 out of 8 on mythic LOU as well, which, yeah, pretty good effort, I'd say. So one thing that I do know that I'm bad for is, oh my god, I wasn't paying attention. But I'm not pulling fast enough when it gets to this sort of level. What I'm gonna do is put down a so just in case I need to pop any interrupts here. These are dying fast though, so I'm not like chain pulling enough, and I'm definitely not like moving a little bit quicker. I'm probably a little bit too cautious sometimes as the keys get higher, which it's not a bad thing. It's just not helpful when it comes to time, especially if you have any mistakes and you need to make time up. So don't be afraid to try and pull a little bit more than you normally would, as long as you got like anywhere between 2 to 5 stacks of Ironfur for like most pulls, you're going to be fine. If you pull in something big like Cinderbrew big, then you're going to want to have something like 6, 7 or 8 stacks as you're going in, or in the fight. You don't want to be like messing around with having low stacks, especially on that pull on the high keys. Ooh. So I'm going to pull that other set of ads in. Just going to wait till now. There we go. Big one, get down this. There we go. So you have to fight for your Ironfur, you know what I mean? Like, you have to keep track of it and you have to keep pumping it up. I'm trying to keep at least a good few stacks. They'll probably battle res them now. We can use a health pot here just because we are down DPS. I don't know what he died to. I think he died to the frontal, which is not exactly a good way of dying. Which is frustrating. However, we are playing quite well. So it's not be all and end all. This is, like I say, it's 14, so ideally don't want any more deaths. That's, you know, 15 seconds gone already, which this sort of key is pretty huge. But it should be alright. So you notice how I like managed to get my Ironfur up just before the AoE. I'm keeping track of interrupts as well when I get that lightning surge. The normal lightning is not too bad, but yeah, you don't want to have to worry about the lightning surge or whatever it's called going off, because that does do significant damage. There'll be a lot of people dead in that event. Now they're quite low, so we can move on to the next set. I'm not gonna actually pop my flask here. What I can do is knock down that. That was quite a lot going off there. I can pull them. Knock one back in. Good. Okay. So far, so good, I think. Alright, so we did obviously have the one death, which was a little bit frustrating. But it's not too bad. Again, so building up my Ironfur, building up my rage, all that good stuff, especially for the AoE. They've all gone that side, that's totally fine. I really find this boss hard to do damage on at this point, so all I'm going to try and do is just get my Ironfur ready, try and build up a little bit of rage if I can, and yeah, keep my Ironfur stacks good to go.
Watch your step.
He says that, and I only had one, but not the worst.
Watch your step.
Making sure we spread out, we don't overlap. Good. Make it a little bit easier to heal. Damage is pretty good. It's not bad. It's not the best I've seen. I did attempt this on a 15 some time ago with a guildie, and unfortunately we were only about, I don't know, a minute over time, which was, yeah, pretty sad to see. It's very annoying. I'm just going to keep that Ironfur up, keeping that Ironfur up, dodging the floor effects. So it's always good to have that Ironfur up anyway, because at least that way, with the AoE does, when you're flying around, it's not a lot of damage, you know what I mean? Let's be realistic, it's not a lot of damage, but it's good to keep it up anyway, make the healers time a little bit better, makes it easier for them. We'll start putting out a little bit more damage now, try and hit him up a bit before his jump.
Watch your step.
I was panicking then, I was like, which way are they going? I was following them. And at this level, nobody should be dying to this. Again, building up that Ironfur. Just getting the odd mangle and sections. There we go. Oh, okay. So I actually had to use my my roller just to make sure that I got there. Not too much of a waste at this point. Still do use Maul, which some people will be surprised about. However, it's pretty good for single target near the end, as long as you got that, you know, that self-stain. You can get a couple of big hits in, so not the worst. Right, nice. Nice. So I think I'm actually just about still ahead of time compared to where I have been in the past with this bit.
Pulling in.
Whoa, okay. Don't know what he just did.
Oh.
Okay, so... yeah, no idea what he just did. But he's probably caused the key there, so... 1 minute 15 we just lost. Well, 1 minute. We lost 1 minute. So I think that might have been the mage who blinked, maybe?
Pulling in.
Always really good to try and get Ursula down here, I find. So obviously there's a lot of stuff to stun up. A lot of interrupts to go off. Yeah, I think the mage. I think the mage blinked. Unfortunately, he blinked like instantly down to the bottom, and there was no way I could. Yeah, no way I could tongue it. I was just getting melted. We might be all right. We might be all right. I probably could have done better. I could have just maybe gone full self-survival, self-sustain, and probably got through that. Help pot. I don't know. We have got to make up a little bit of time, which is a bit frustrating now. Hopefully no one gets caught now though. And this mage is having a little bit of a fun time. Remember to keep my Ironfur stack, so I'm actually starting to not track them as well. It kind of threw me, did that wipe. So yeah, I was not expecting to have a wipe off such a basic thing. One wipe is still alright on a 14, but you don't really want it, you know, in a situation like that, right? That's just a waste. It's a waste of time. What is going on there? Wow, okay. That was like a crazy disco. Right, we've got to go big here, so... yeah, we've got... oh, good. I'm glad you popped that, because... we've got to make the time if we can. Which I think we might have done. Happy with that. So that's like the, like I said before, I'd have probably been like, no. You know, probably no wipers if I pull these two big boys as well as that pack, but you have to take the risk because I've lost, you know, we have lost 45 seconds, 1 minute and 15 in total. I mean, we're still doing alright for time, I think, but it's not where we want to be at this time, you know. So big one there, I needed to get my incantation up really quick. Obviously, you know, you need to be avoiding all that good fun stuff, but... so I always say there should be no deaths on this boss. There should be no deaths, you know. Everything is very, very simple to... very, very simple to deal with. The only thing I'd say right now is, obviously we did use lost a little bit of damage. Damage is still alright. You know, we're all above 2 million at the minute. Which probably isn't going to last long for me, not going to lie, because I do struggle a little bit with Druid at the minute, just keeping or maintaining that single target damage. However, you know, practice makes perfect. So I'm getting him back in the Shaman healing pool. I need to definitely get more
Target you.
more stacks of Ironfur up. Especially the thing, you know, I've got iron bonds, so. Now we've got a good part of the room that's clear, which is good. I'm just going to avoid that, and I'm actually going to take the risk here.
Pulling in. Run.
I'm just trying to pull him over to this empty side. It's going to be interesting to see how far ahead we are in terms of kill time, because that wipe did cost us a little bit of time. It's fair to say I'm not overly happy about it, but it is what it is. These things happen. It's never going to be perfect. That's a good, really good bait of the wave by whoever did that. It's given us a lot of good room.
Pulling in. Run. Watch wave.
That's not really a good bait.
Target you.
That's not the best. Notice how I like zoomed straight back out. I was like, oh, here we go. Get it. This is it. Let's see where we're at in the kill time.
Watch wave.
Still ahead. Still not too bad. 17 minutes. It's gonna be tight. We can't afford. You know, we can't afford any wipes. However, still in a good place.
Watch wave.
Still in a really good place, to be fair. Got to watch out for these orbs. No, again, no one should be dying to this. Such a basic mechanic. I see so many people die to that as well, and you know, dying to that, it's 15 seconds. Look, if you get like some mechanic that's just a load of crap, and you're like, oh no, I died. It's kind of a fair one, because people do make mistakes, and let's be honest, you know, we're all human. However, if you die to, you know, if you do die to certain things, then this guy is right. We have got a zoom. And this is where we got to take the risks. You know, this is where risk versus reward. Right now, we haven't got the luxury of going, oh, we can, you know, try and +2 this key or something like that. No, we've got to take the risk that we can still do this. We just need to mitigate. Someone did actually pull them. Come on. So we're going to have Bloodlust for the boss, which is good. We can perhaps two-phase it. If we can two-phase it with the DPS, which I think we can. Then it should be alright. If we can't, then that's when we're in a bit of a problem. So I'm sort of chain pulling here. It's hard to say. I am not the most experienced tank. Still very much in the learning phase. And the problem is I have just pulled the smalls. The good job is I didn't pull the big boys, because that would have been a whole different ball game. Right now I'm just trying to make it a lot quicker for us. Praying more than anything. Just up to the wrong ad. Got to watch out for these orbs as well. Some doing these ads. Notice how I always play quite zoomed out, don't I? Especially when I'm not at this bit. Let's get the trinket popped. It's a bit more damage. Now we've got the orb rune. That's good. Getting an interrupt on him. I'm going to interrupt that one. Okay, yeah, we've got an interrupt. That's good. 9 minutes. This is we're cutting it, but I think it's possible. I do think it's possible. It's going to be very close. I think the sad thing is, if we hadn't have had that wipe, then, you know, potentially we would have been fine. This is where I've got to, like, I've got to try and go big. But this orb's going to be a nightmare. Again, risk reward time. We're at that point. I actually did just hit an orb as well. The worst bit is I ran into that one. This healer's been insane, by the way. I'd like to say that. But my life's so much more chilled out. This is where people could get caught out, so not yet. We'll pop it now. Just to make sure. Because I'll still have that up for the boss. So we're at 8 minutes. Shouldn't have popped that. Probably shouldn't have done. Bit of a waste, but using a health pot right before the boss. However, I've had to use incantation because right now we've got to go big. Yeah, right now is the time to go big. Not up to that, that's a shame. Still definitely on time here. I've got to watch these orbs, get myself filled up. So right now I'm going to focus on building a little bit of rage. I also think this is the easiest last boss you can tank. I really do. As long as nothing goes crazy, like crazy wrong, you know. This AoE is a nightmare off of these though. Actually, not probably that. There we go. I was like, hang on a minute. I could die here. Why did we just interrupt the wrong one? Again. Oh, we've had a death. Look at that. So bad. People can't be doing that. That's 15 seconds wasted now. Yeah. 15 seconds wasted. Oof. Okay. Let's pick this dude up. Where's the healer? Okay, I'm gonna go in. Alright, so I always try and tank him on the side here. And then all it is like, I am not, like, trying to do damage here. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my big aim is just try my best to keep Ironfur as high as I can. And at least one stack of frenzied regeneration. Good to go. Because that way I've got my oh shit button. Like right now. There you go. And then I click oh shit. And I'm back up to full. Because the problem is I ain't got incantation. So I'm struggling to get my, you know, my good stuff back. However, right now this is where we want to start. You know, doing a bit of damage. We need to help with the damage as much as we can, so I'm actually going to pop incantation just to get the nice increase in haste. Well, I say haste, get my spells out a lot faster. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Defenses.
Look at that, we're at 5 stacks. Boom. So far, so good. This is where everyone needs to get it right. I'm actually going to pop that for them.
Defenses.
It's always good to get a roar out. You know what I say, do the roar. So for this one, it's going to be a bit hard, this.
Defenses.
Oof, this one's going to hurt. That hurt a little bit more than I wanted it to. This is where I definitely miss, like, trying a few of the other tanks, albeit I've not got much tank experience at all, just a paladin, a little bit of a death knight. I just felt like I did so much more damage on them. I've wasted a lot of regen there as well.
Watch your step. Defensive.
I get another start of Ironfur, I can, and I've got Frenzied Regeneration back in. I've got Stampeding Roar. Still got a little bit of time here, which is good. 3 stacks, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so I can actually put part of the wild on his next absorb shield down. Hopefully.
Defensive.
This one might hurt a little bit. Oh my god. Yeah, I was not paying attention enough there. Okay, lesson learned. That was a close one. Luckily, my trinket did its job. There we go. I really want to get some stuff off CD. There we go. Come on, okay. Oh, no, I don't think we're going to get it. Damn, we didn't get it on that one. That's fine though. It's fine, we're still in this.
Defensive.
We are still in this. There's a few things I could have popped there. Definitely a few things that I could have popped. Like I say, I do struggle single target, I really do. There's plenty of stacks of Ironfur. Happy with that. I've also got Survival Instincts. So I'll probably use that next because it's probably going to be the last. There we go, and I can pop my trinket. And hopefully this is the +14 coming in, which is a really nice improvement. Boom. Happy with that. +14 knit. Not too bad. 2711. Not the best, but not the worst. Did I get anything for that? Some hero hands. But yeah, there you go. A good fun run. The next key I actually got was a +15 motherload. Ugh. Absolutely, not interested at this minute. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like I say, please don't smash me too hard in the comments. I am still very much learning Guardian Druid, and I've got a long way to go. But I am happy with that. Overall, what did we get there? 14 interrupts, which isn't too bad, not my best. 1.5 million damage. And heal-wise, just over 1 million, so 1.1 million HPS, which is alright. But yeah, definitely need to get better at just paying attention to my Ironfurs. However, that was a lot of fun, and hopefully you enjoyed watching. Right, anyway, I'm going to see you in the next video. Remember, hit that subscribe and the like. And always remember, drop a comment if you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.